Good evening. Well, I ought not really say good evening. I really ought to say hello and welcome. Because it depends where you're watching around the world as to whether it's evening or morning or whatever. But Merry Christmas if you're just celebrating Christmas, and Merry post-Christmas, Boxing Day, whatever you want to call it, if, like us, it's the day after Christmas. With me this evening I have Martin. Good evening, Martin.
Good evening, Giles. How was your Christmas?
Pretty good, thank you. Yeah, very good, in fact. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, we'll see in a minute. We'll see how good my Christmas was in a minute. Good evening. Good evening to Merle.
Good evening, Giles, John, Martin, and Tommy, and parts beyond. We had a wonderful Christmas.
Fantastic. And good evening to John. And I'm getting some noise from somewhere.
I'm trying to stay silent. Oh, it wasn't me talking. Good evening and Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas. So, let me just show you what we were musing about earlier. There you go. So, there's this kind of spot the twins contest this evening. So, welcome, and I hope you really have had a fantastic Christmas. We're full of the Christmas spirit, and we're here to have a bit of a laugh this evening. So, let's see what transpires. We literally haven't got a plan at all. Isn't that fantastic? So we're just going to wing this.
But still, guys, you actually brought your family.
No. They were hoping I was going to stay there and carry on drinking with them, but I said, no, I have commitments, I have to do this show, so...
They're right behind you.
I'm going back for a drink later. By the way, I was going to say, I'd like to finish about 10 o'clock this evening, because then I can get back and have a drink with them.
But I think your family sneaked into the video frame anyway. I mean, they're right next to you. Right to your...
They're not far away. They're not far away. But of course, we have to welcome the star of the evening. And that is His Royal Highness, Tommy. Good evening, Tommy.
I'm a Royal Highness. I've been called other things, but never that. Hello to everyone and to all you guys. And I hope everyone had a safe and Merry Christmas. And I do have a question for Giles. Will you be in any shape whatsoever next Monday for the show?
I think the hangover might have worn off by then. Actually, if I'm honest, I haven't actually had a hangover yet. Christmas hasn't been that good. But, no, Christmas has been lovely, actually. I don't like getting hangovers, so, yes, marvellous. Martin is out in the middle of nowhere somewhere, and he's going to run out of batteries very soon, so we thought we would have a chat with him first. So tell us where you are, Martin, or give us whatever you're going to give us anyway.
I'm not far from my town today. I'm just outside. Between two villages, just off the beaten track. I'm near a little bit of an airfield, but it's not an old Second World War airfield or anything like that. Today, with obviously Christmas being yesterday, I forgot to put the fuel in the car for the generator, so the generator's empty, and then I also didn't charge up my UPS. So it's beeping at me now, so it's likely to go down very quickly. But yeah, I'm out and about. I'm not at home. I'm not playing any tricks. I'm not even using vMix today. I'm literally using my laptop and just coming through on Zoom because I have no way of powering the rest of my equipment. So I'm not sure how long this will last for today. So if I suddenly disappear, that's why the battery on the UPS is packed in and it's no longer running my router. So, it's nice here, if nothing else. It's a nice area to be.
You're doing a good job, and I know you can't stand watching this program in your living room. You have to be out somewhere. And I can hear the UPS beeping. Oh, I think is it gone? Oh, your video froze then, and I thought you'd gone. So I'll let everybody else say what they want to say to you before you do disappear.
I'm just wondering if you're wearing a jacket and shorts. Yeah. I thought so.
Yes, I am. It is quite cold today, though. It's I'm surprised how cold it is.
It is cold today.
It's the wind. It's quite windy, so it's quite bitter.
I froze my hands off earlier.
Yeah, my hands are a little bit numb today. I'll put them in my pocket.
Your shorts pocket.
So what did Santa bring everybody?
Go for it, Mel.
Well, actually, we just pretty much buy what we need when we need it. So we don't wait for Santa.
So in other words, you're telling me you weren't a good boy this year?
Yeah, I was bad, and he didn't
so.
count.
I thought so.
But Tommy obviously got something.
Believe it or not, I got a case of Diet Dr. Pepper for Christmas, and I love
Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. John
We want to know what the
something
rich
as
boy got.
Yeah, what did John get?
I mostly got some very practical stuff, and but I'm in a bit of the same situation as Merrill. I buy it when I need it, so I gave myself some new access points for the Wi-Fi. So some of these small Ubiquiti long-range models.
Yeah, very nice.
Please let me know how those work.
I can already tell you.
Oh.
They work absolutely awesome.
Okay. We're thinking about extending the Wi-Fi in our church, and I've seen those, but I didn't know if they worked or not.
You can't beat the price point. I mean, they are enterprise grade. You can add as many as you want. They're easy to manage. And they're pretty much set it and forget it. I have customers running these similar products and have been doing so for 4 or 5 years. And the only reason that my first customer actually had to reboot the network and the access points was to update to get some specific new features in the software. Otherwise, it's been running ahead for 4 years without any glitch.
Do you have to hardwire everyone?
Well, the new models actually has some mesh functionality, and they're coming out with some new, quite smart boxes that are designed for mesh. But these are made for cabling. But the only connector you have in the whole box is this single connector, which is the networking.
Okay.
So power is connected through a PoE adapter. You can see the other one here actually wired up. So this one's up and running, and there's only one cable going to it.
PoE or is it battery?
No, PoE. So you can see the little black adapter. There's a cable going from the switch, the little box next to it, and from that one over to the access point. So that one will inject the power that is needed by the access point. So easy to set up. Actually, the switch itself is a PoE switch, but this particular model of PoE switch doesn't enjoy sending power to that particular model of access point. That is a thing that I'm going to change with a small adapter that costs $10.
John, it was very nice of you to buy yourself that gift for Christmas.
Yes, I know. I got them in the long-range model because these two are going to be a part of our travel kit.
How far is the range on those, John?
Depends on what you need it for. But with a decent box in the other end, you can at least get signal for 300 feet.
Okay.
At least. But again, if you have a lousy device with a lousy antenna, it's going to impact you. If you have a laptop with one of these small USB Wi-Fi dongles, when you have a single antenna, I mean, it's going to impact performance. This model here is a long-range model, so it doesn't go as fast as the models I have here at home, but it can go quite a bit further and still maintain a good signal. It simply has more antennas. So instead of having additional antennas to speed up and write multiple channels, it has more antennas to provide a higher gain. And so it's not only transmitting more powerful, it is actually also better at receiving the weak signals.
Can you daisy chain those from spot to spot?
Actually, yes. But of course, when you daisy chain, you must place the second one within reach of the first one. And if you put them at too long distance apart, that will obviously impact performance for everyone connected to the second. So my recommendation would be to spend the money on the cables if you're doing a permanent installation.
Yeah.
You need to power the device anyway. You might as well buy a cable, a roll of cable, and install it properly. There's no need to go with Cat 6 or Cat 7 cabling. I mean, Cat 5e has more than enough bandwidth to handle gigabit networking. So unless you have AC power right next to your Ethernet cable all the way, I mean, there's no point in spending more money on the cable. I'm not even sure that I actually own a Cat 6 or Cat 7 cable. I only have 5e.
I have bought Cat 6 cables just because it's kind of future-proofing, and it means you don't have to reinstall it all in the future. But I agree with you otherwise. 5e is fine, isn't it? Yeah, it does everything that you need to do.
I bought one piece of Cat 6 to run through the basement. It probably wasn't necessary, but it's kind of like Giles. It was for future-proofing.
Well, if you want to future-proof it, you need to go to Cat 7, because that will run 10 gigabit for up to 55 meters, if I recall correctly.
I think some of us didn't even know Cat 7 existed.
Yeah. And I'm not even sure why Cat 6 became so popular among retailers and in stores. Probably because they think it makes a difference. And of course, they can charge more.
It's harder to get it in the plug. That's the only difference I noticed. But yeah. Anyway,
it is a better cable. It's shielded, so it is a better cable. But it's also more expensive.
I'm just slightly conscious that Martin is on very limited battery this evening, so I think we need to talk to Martin a bit and find out what he got for Christmas. And this would be the perfect time for me to switch to his shot. Not.
Well, I've got a stable signal here. I'm just using I'm not using the antenna today. I didn't think I'd be here as long as this, to be honest. But the UPS is still going, so
You're doing well. You're doing well.
Trying to a good location that this is. Anyway,
What did you get for Christmas?
Little things really. Just the usual socks and boxers and towels. Saying that, my partner, she did book a holiday, and she did that as our Christmas present for next year, which is quite a nice thing to do. So yeah, nothing.
Be live streaming on holiday.
Things. No toys really this year. So,
Martin, did you happen to get a bag of switches for Christmas after what you did to us last week? I sent you a bag. I don't know if you've gotten it yet, but
not yet, Tommy. But I look forward to having that in the post.
okay.
Well, the problem is what you get the guy that has everything,
That's true.
Absolutely.
Oh no, there's still lots of things that I want and I need, definitely. Oh,
You probably give a man some strong medicine if you have everything.
What? Can you repeat that? Sorry, John. Cars went past and I'm not wired in today, so I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Well asked what you give a person that has everything. I would recommend some strong medication.
Yeah. Sounds right.
I wish I had everything. Yeah, there's lots of things that
I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was all.
That was good.
Yeah.
It was good though. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Merle Tom thing there, I think.
Oh.
I think maybe a couple of injections as well would be needed, as well as some medicine.
Yeah.
But hey,
Guys, I will be right back.
Oh, yes. Indeed. I think we just switched the view to Martin there for a second. Well, I got my toy for Christmas. So I'll maybe share some video of that later, but I don't want to do that while Martin's obviously got limited time here, so...
well, you should. No, it's fine. If I go down, then I'll go home and try and link into the show at home. So no, I'd love to see you.
I'll show you a tiny bit. So this is the first time I flew this thing. For anybody who's not familiar, I bought a second-hand DJI Phantom 3 Pro drone. It's a windy day today, and it's taken me till today to get the thing flying, because for one reason or another my tablet wasn't powerful enough, and then all the firmware needed updating and everything, and it just went on forever. I was cursing and swearing. Anyway, so what you're seeing here is the field that we hold the Step Back in Time festival in. And in the distance, which you may see in a minute if I don't stop the video, is where we have an archaeological dig, and there's a campsite beyond the trees in the background there. So if you're interested in the Step Back in Time festival, it's stepbackintime.co.uk with dashes in between. And it's sort of a kind of a bit of a steam fair, but there's a lot more going on than that. It's also got reenactment and stuff like that, living history. So it's quite interesting. So being a windy day, I was a bit scared to go too high, but I just sort of enjoyed a little bit of height, and as you can see from here, I'm just going to hand it back to you, Martin, because I just need to go off air for a second, if you'll excuse me.
With his spaceship.
My router, it keeps flashing up as an unstable connection, so I'm trying to find the best place to put it, but not doing a very good job today.
Sounds like somebody's backing up.
I'll hold it there for a minute.
That reminds me
It's
of
another car going on
with the rabbit ear antenna on the TV.
Yeah, point it to the rabbit. Yeah.
Just hold it right there. Hold it right there. Yeah, that's good.
There you go. So, yeah, it's not ideal today. And obviously with the traffic going, again, I'm only, 6 or 7 feet from the road. So, and there's more traffic than I thought there would be on Boxing Day. So, yeah.
Martin, what sort of connection do you have at home?
Sorry, say that again, John. What connection do I have at home?
Yeah.
I use the same supplier as Giles. I use BT, and I have Infinity, so a fiber connection. But it's not brilliant in the UK. Full stop. To be perfectly honest, I think I have about 80 meg. Between 78 and 80 meg download, and I'm pretty close. In fact, there's 2 exchanges where my house is. There's 2 exchanges. There's one literally, probably 60 meters away across the other side of the road on the corner, and I'll wait until this car goes past. And then there's another exchange, which is about at the bottom of the road. I'm in the one that's 110 meters away. And my speed's not too bad. It doesn't vary too much. It stays roughly high 70s. But Giles will tell you all about BT.
I saw this post on the Facebook group with those farmers that are digging down their own fibers. I found that kind of interesting.
I saw that.
Yeah, Giles, can you remember when I think it was it Wales? There was a village in Wales that started to put your own fibre in because they were not being able to, and then charging them a fortune
John sent me a link today or mentioned me on a Facebook post today. Thank you for that, John. That's what people need to do, isn't it? That's the only way forward. I mean, BT are a waste of time, so we'll just do it ourselves. Don't need BT, do we? Just like to say at this point, welcome to everybody who's in the chat room, and if you're watching us on YouTube, the way to get into the chat room is to go to stepbackintime.tv and click on the chat link, and you can actually join in the show if you want to. You don't have to, but here's the information if you need to know. No, that's not the information. That is not the information because I've got the wrong thing selected in the playlist. Oops. Right, here we go. This is a participation show, so why not head over to stepbackintime.tv and click on the chat link to get into our chat room. When the chat loads, you need to log in. If you're not already logged in, do so by clicking the little login button above the text entry box. Give yourself a name and choose an avatar. Press login. That's all there is to it. Or you can log in with your Facebook, Google, Yahoo account. If you want to join in the show, you can use the blue button at the top of the page. If you've got YouTube playing, be sure to pause it before you call in, because the delay on YouTube is very confusing for both you and us. When you click on the link, if you've not got Zoom already installed, it will download and install. It'll probably ask you for a name the first time you use it, and then you should see us, and you should be able to hear us too. Make sure your microphone and speaker settings are correct by using the little up arrow next to the mute button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And there you go. It's as easy as that. And I do apologise, by the way, if I disappear very suddenly like I did just now. Unfortunately, I've got a relative in hospital who's on death's door, so the interruption just now was in case the phone had gone, so I do apologise for that. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do, so we're just waiting on the news. Anyway, let's go to John, who is ready to give us some information.
I am.
You had your hand up.
No, I was just crossing my fingers for your relative.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you got your hand up.
No, but this infamous Facebook post. I mean, people starting to work together to dig down fibers and connect remote sites. I mean, that is actually what we were talking about doing at my summer cottage in that area as well, because we are having similar issues. I mean, we are 500 meters away from a high-speed fiber, and we can't connect to it. So we've been talking about different ways to get connected, and one way could actually be to do it on our own, or actually talk to the guy that has that owns the property between us and start digging. But another way to go could be for you, your house could be to get some of these long-range ubiquity links that might be able to connect you to the next neighbor that does have a high-speed connection.
Yeah, that's right. There's various options available on there, and I think actually the future of the internet for people out of town may be DIY. Do it yourself, because it's not in the interest of the big companies to provide you with a service, and actually it could be quite an undertaking, but it could be quite good fun to actually to get something like that going, and that would be.
I actually think that UBT 5 gigahertz links, they provide, I think it's up to 450 megabit, and each box, obviously you need two. I think the Danish retail price is around 80 pounds. So they're really not expensive.
No, it's impressive how inexpensive comms has become, isn't it? Yeah. It's, we'll see what happens. They've just installed fibre to the cabinet in the village here, and I've just got to wait and see whether we can get connected to it or not. The upstream bandwidth of 20 megs is very appealing. I'm not really interested in the downstream, because of, with streaming media, all we're interested in is what we can get up, isn't it? So, yeah, I think if we can get connected to that, I'd be very happy. But if not, there are definitely options such as the ones you've shared with me on Facebook, and certainly doing wireless links is very doable these days, much more so than it used to be. Definitely. I think Mo would like to say something.
that article stated, I believe, that she had laid or they had laid more than 1 kilometer of fiber to get what they needed and put several other families on it with them. So it can't be
amazing. It was amazing, wasn't it? Just shows what you can do. Definitely. Are you getting cold, Martin?
Fingers are a bit cold today. I'm going to have to put some gloves on. It's not like me. The rest of me is okay. Just my fingers are a bit nippy. I was just leaving a message for Todd in the chat room.
Your bandwidth is low.
Hi to him. So, and it's big enough. So I thought I would just quickly.
Yeah, Martin, your bandwidth is low according to Zoom, and we've got you in a tiny little window in the middle of the stream here. I'll try and send it back to you so you can see what you look like. So yeah, you're just in the middle of the window there. It's we can hear you now.
Yes.
There's a little noise coming in with you, actually. Is it you? I think it's you that's got noise coming in. Yes, it is. It's you.
Good.
Anyway, not to worry. You're doing brilliantly well to be streaming into us from the middle of somewhere.
Absolutely, with no batteries, and you're doing really well.
It's so cold out there, I think Martin's frozen.
Yes, I noticed that. I didn't want to bring it up.
That's why his video was freezing. It was actually him that was frozen. Actually, no, he's wearing a jacket. He's wearing a jacket for the first time. He's normally in t-shirts and a short, and he's got a jacket on tonight. So he's admitting it's cold.
It's colder than so yeah. Jacket today.
Well,
Tommy, I can see you still have snow in Alabama.
Yes, the Alabama snow, which is fake. That's the only way we'll get it here.
That's just.
I haven't found a background to change there yet. I'm still looking.
Isn't that like your fake news?
Yes. Yes. I'm thinking about getting a background motion of women's beach volleyball. And so no matter where I broadcast, people will watch.
Yeah. Welcome to Carl in the chat room. Jenny Productions.
Is that noise coming from me, do you think, Giles?
Oh, that's Pastor Carl Tinney. This one I was telling you about.
Oh, good deal. Well, if there's any way we can help him, we surely try.
I keep telling him he needs different size hammers, but I don't think he likes my kind of technical help. So he needs somebody who actually knows what they're doing.
But you know what I always say? Don't force it. Get a bigger hammer.
Yes, I agree with that completely, but you can't get this guy to understand. You know, to be subtle, you got to have different size hammers.
Giles, would you introduce us to your brothers, your little brothers? I don't think the folks in the chat room have been introduced.
You mean these chaps to my right? Is that who you're talking about? Yes. Well, he's called 2015, Christmas 2015, and he's called Christmas 2016. So yeah, they were the Christmas.
One is Giles' brother Minion, and the other one is his other brother Minion.
Yeah.
That was the family I talked about.
Well, I can see the resemblance.
Oh, definitely, yes. Hi, good evening to everybody who's joining us in the chat room this evening. It is marvellous to see you. And Merry Christmas or Merry Post-Christmas to you as well. If it's alright with everybody, I'll just play the little video out again, just in case anybody's joining us late on the live stream. You need to come across to stepbackintime.tv for the chat room. Here's the information. This is a participation show, so why not head over to stepbackintime.tv and click on the chat link to get into our chat room. When the chat loads, you need to log in. If you're not already logged in, do so by clicking the little login button above the text entry box. Give yourself a name and choose an avatar. Press login. That's all there is to it. Or you can log in with your Facebook, Google, Yahoo account. If you want to join in the show, you can use the blue button at the top of the page. If you've got YouTube playing, be sure to pause it before you call in, because the delay on YouTube is very confusing for both you and us. When you click on the link, if you've not got Zoom already installed, it will download and install. It'll probably ask you for a name the first time you use it, and then you should see us, and you should be able to hear us too. Make sure your microphone and speaker settings are correct by using the little up arrow next to the mute button in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. So there you go. Couldn't be easier. Couldn't be easier. Even my friends here can manage to do that. I'm talking about the people over my shoulder, not the people on Zoom, by the way. Just in case they were offended. But so yeah, do come and join us in the chat room. It's all a bit of fun this evening. Good evening, Carl. Yeah, nice to have you along. I hope you've had a good Christmas. So, where are we going from here then, Tommy? It's totally unplanned, you know.
I don't know. I would, if Carl can join, you guys could probably help him with his audio problem between Loom and vMix.
Right.
And
yeah, if you want to call in, Carl, do please, by all means.
And while you're trying to call in, I would like to tell you, Carl, that my wife has been trying for 47 years, and she's had no luck either. So, just one of those things.
And we must remember to talk to Martin, of course, while he's still got some battery life.
I'm enjoying just listening, guys. I'm fine out here.
But you considering
I'm still going. That's 45 minutes.
You're doing well. You're doing well. You could be sitting in your sitting room at home, though, you know. But somehow I feel you would rather be out in the middle of nowhere watching this show.
What have I started? That's it now. It's going to be hard to convince you boys of where I am. Right, I need to up the ante now.
Yeah, you do.
That's it.
Martin is probably sitting in an airport waiting room somewhere. And people are looking at him very strange because he's got a green screen up behind him. Now, serious question, Martin. Do you get strange looks as people drive by? Were you sitting on the side of the highway with your lights and all of that?
Yes. Yes, I do. I'm waiting for the day that somebody stops that isn't a security guard. That would be really nice for someone to stop and come and say hello. Or even the police. Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? Have the police come and join in on the stream. That'd be brilliant.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, before I get handcuffed and dragged away.
You need a press pass. That would make it all okay.
Yeah, that's all you've got to do,
yes,
actually.
Because
just print a little thing that says press on it, and that's all. Now you get away with everything, then.
I might have to.
But they'd be very disappointed when they breathalyze you, wouldn't they? So
they would. But there's been a few cars drive past this evening, and they've slowed down, and I can see them looking out the window. But no one's stopped. Shame. I really want somebody to stop and.
Question is, are they slowing down and watching you because of what you're doing, or because you're wearing shorts?
Yeah, John, that's a good point. Probably the shorts. Yeah.
Mommy, there's a homeless man over there. He hasn't got any pants on.
And he's breaking into a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of funny. You're sitting there talking to yourself as far as they're concerned. So that's probably why they won't stop.
Tommy, that's a good point. I think I need to put a monitor on the bonnet. That's what I'll do next time. I'll run a feed from Phoenix and put a monitor on the bonnet so that anyone driving past can see the monitor.
Yeah.
Good idea.
In that case, I recommend that you actually gasoline on your generator.
Yeah.
You were here in Alabama, you'd already been mugged, and they took the monitor and drove off.
Yeah,
because no American will have such a small car.
Especially if you had out-of-town plates.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Martin, it's the BBC look you need, isn't it? You know, you've got to look like the BBC reporter. And you've got all the gear. You could do it. You could pull that off.
Yes, I could. Maybe. Let's wait and see. I might surprise you with something. I have a few things up my sleeve anyway to do in the new year, so yeah. I'll surprise you though. I won't tell you now. I'll leave you hanging.
You have to figure out something fun to show off to your students.
Yes.
You don't show them the show, do you?
One or two know about it.
That's all right. That's good.
No, my boys have been watching. They've been catching up on the previous shows. So
good. Good for them.
I believe so. I'm hoping that they'll come and join me one day.
Good for them. Yeah, no, they're very welcome. They are very welcome indeed. Yeah, if they would like to come and join in, that would be fantastic.
But if you start to use our stream for your students, then you can probably deduct your expenses as a business card.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
What is this? Oh, we're producing instructional training videos. So, yeah.
With a crazy man in Sweden that's Danish. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Just to show how bad you can do it.
Definitely. There's a few things that I want to do in the new year, which will involve this show, and some other places and some other ideas. So watch this space.
Did you get an answer back? Get an answer back yet, Martin, from the newspaper guy?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. He's going to speak to me again on Tuesday. Wednesday this week.
I'm going to keep everything pretty much under my hat until after you've concluded that.
Yes. Definitely.
It's hard though, because it's kind of neat. I like it.
My question is you said that watch this space. I mean, I'm going to be sitting here looking at a gate.
Wait a minute. There you go, Tommy. Just
yeah.
Just sit and watch the gate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching that space.
That's quite exciting in Alabama, isn't it?
Yep. Just keep watching that space.
Yeah. We pull off the road and watch a gate a lot. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
We don't watch paint dry, but we watch clothes dry a lot.
I watch grass grow a lot myself. I used to go up on the lake, camp out, and my most favorite part was watching the water move. That was it. I didn't care about fishing, boating. I just wanted to watch the water move.
Now you see,
I can send you my video.
I was going to say, if you'd been John, you'd have been sitting out over the lake, watching your drone crash into the lake.
I was just thinking that maybe I should send my stream video to Tommy so he can run that on his TV at home.
Yeah.
Be a lot more exciting than American television, I'm sure.
Hey, guess what? My wife and I have been watching the BBC on Netflix. The Midwives.
Oh, that's really good, actually. I've not watched any of it, but I hear it's really good. Mm.
Call the midwives.
It's different, but it's interesting. Yeah, she really likes it.
It's good for kind of historic stuff, you know, to take a step back in time. It's the kind of stuff we should be doing, really. But you know, when I've seen it, that's what it looks like. It does actually look quite good, but I've never been sort of compelled to watch it.
I wasn't either, but I have been compelled lately to watch it.
I like the Sherlock Holmes versions with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he's
series,
good.
Cumberbatch. I love that series. I wish they kept on going. Of course, he's made a big star now, but I really enjoyed that. And actually, any of the detective stories that came from the BBC. I can't think of the name now, but it was a mystery series.
There's some good ones. There's some very good ones on there. BBC are fantastic, actually. I have to say, not just because they're British, but they are. The stuff that they turn out is absolutely amazing.
It was really interesting how my wife
Mm-hmm.
made me think that I actually wanted to watch that show, and then after we got into it for a couple of episodes, it really was pretty good. It's kind of crazy.
You're talking about Step Back in Time TV. I remember the Avengers, the original. I love that show.
Brilliant. That was fantastic. Yep. I love the Avengers as well. And I'm just trying to remember his name. The original, well, for me, the original.
The Prisoner?
That was good as well. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing series. What was the name of the guy who played Sherlock Holmes in the black and white films? I've forgotten his name. Alice would kill me. Basil Rathbone, that's it. Basil Rathbone, yeah. He was very good. He played Sherlock Holmes through the war, and there was a lot of the wartime influence on the films. They were really good films. They were fantastic.
I will actually go back to YouTube and watch them from time to time. To me, he is the perfect Sherlock Holmes. Just the attitude and all of that, but Benedict Cumberbatch to me made a good conversion.
Yeah, they were both great. They were both great, definitely. But I do feel, unlike you, I feel that I've forgotten his name again already. I've got my memory's just gone. I've had it.
Oh, it's going to be bad next Monday, I'll tell you right now.
God, yeah. Now, Mel Dixon in Sherlock Holmes, he just played the character absolutely perfectly. Just had the right physique for it, and the right facial expressions, and everything is superb. Absolutely superb.
What was his name?
Earl Dixon, he said, but I think he was talking about Basil Rathbone. That's
it.
Earl Dixon.
Well, you may not want to watch this, but I feel compelled to tell you that I have a son-in-law who was in a movie a couple of years ago, and the movie is Volumes of Blood, and it is on YouTube. They've since had another one, and he wasn't in it, but they're going to have a third, and they've asked him to play in it. So I said, well, if they're not going to give you any money, you probably don't want to. He said, yeah, I've been thinking that too. So anyway, it's Volumes of Blood with Garrett Smith.
Todd's just piped up in the chat room. The show that always gave me a laugh, this is Todd speaking, and me as well, actually, was Are You Being Served? Did you ever see that?
I missed that one.
And Open All Hours.
Yes. But so you wouldn't sort of recognise the references to Mrs. Slocum's pussy then?
Are You Being Served? Is that the two old ladies talking like a sitcom type show?
It was set in a multi-story kind of department store, and it was going up, blah blah blah, and there's there's the elevator sequence at the beginning, and then going down, ladies' underwear, and all that kind of thing, and there was lots of innuendo in it. It was the innuendo era of British comedy, which I kind of enjoy. No, it was very good. Somebody actually posted a thing of all the Mrs. Slocum pussy jokes on Facebook the other day, and I didn't dare share it again because I thought I can't really do that. But it was hilarious. If you can find it on Facebook, it was very good. It was a fun time, definitely, during the 70s, really, I guess, when that really was in its heyday. 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
Looks like Carl is very honest. He says, this show reminds me of a park bench in Downtown Square where the guys got together to jaw a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the drunks on the bench.
Carl, usually we have a lot of good information on here from the other four participants, but today Giles just dropped the ball. That's all there is to it.
It is Christmas. It is Christmas. It's supposed to be fun. Last week's show was supposed to be a fun show, and it was terribly serious. I mean, it's packed full of really good information, but at least we're having fun this week.
Did I miss that show?
One of the guys gave a lecture last week, and we were supposed to get drunk and act silly or something like that.
It's all John's fault.
I'm sorry, John.
It is all John's fault, yes.
Yes, Carl, this is that type of show, and I enjoy it, but these guys, it's conversation, but then again, every once in a while, you get some very good information.
Just once in a while.
Sure can't think of anything right now, though.
No. Not gonna.
Well, that's good, really, because this time of the year, one's brain should be relaxed.
I was actually considering this. I mean, you have probably heard about the Hue lights, haven't you? The Philips Hue light system.
Was that the RGB LED bulbs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Only 3 of those actually playing around. It's difficult to see when the camera has automatic control on.
Turn them all red, John. Turn them all red.
something like this.
That's looking good. You never knew Sweden had a red light district, did you?
No, but what I was thinking was that when you have the 4K and Pro version of Emacs, you can script and send web requests. So I was actually just wondering if it was possible to control vMix and have vMix control the hue lighting.
I had the same
studio.
I've had the same thought, John. I reckon it is possible if you've got the 4K and the Pro versions of vMix and you use scripting and you have some kind of web interface for the lights. I reckon you can do it.
Yeah, and it's based on a REST API, which is web based. The only downside is that all the light sources from Philips are so damned expensive. I mean, you can easily pay 50 or 60 pounds for just a single light bulb.
I'm sure they will come down in price. They are relatively expensive, aren't they, at the moment? But I'm sure as they gain traction, I'm sure they will come down in price.
I backed a Kickstarter project a year ago, maybe a bit longer, and it was called Play Bulb. And I have two of them at home, and you can control those from your phone. I know that RGB, you can go through all of the colours and just flick it on your phone. So, yeah, that one would be able to be integrated quite easily into vMix.
This is what I'm playing with right now.
Yeah. Same idea. I think it's brilliant.
I found a German company that makes LED strips and has some IP-based controllers that are supported by Hue. You can get them off eBay and they're a bit cheaper. Basically, you should be able to extend their light strip with most common type strip. Just add more power. It could be fun. I mean, that was a further development of thoughts from our reflective background. What's up, Giles?
Well, Todd, was it Todd or Carl? Somebody just asked me, how long does this show go on for? And I said, not more than an hour. And I just looked at the timer and it's 57 minutes. So we really ought to wind the main part of this show up. But this conversation will continue in the post-show. So I would just like to thank everybody who's joined in this evening. So that's everybody in the chat room and everybody who's joined in on Zoom as well. Thank you so much for coming along this evening. Martin for going out in the middle of nowhere and setting up, and everybody else for coming out on Boxing Day. I hope it was a good escape from the family for a brief while. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Tommy, John, Martin. There, it always catches me out. I can't do this. I can't. There. Which way is it? That's Martin. No. Which finger is it? That's yes, that's Martin. So yeah, thank you, Mel, Tommy, John, Martin. I'll let you say hello or cheerio to everybody else, and we'll wind the show up for now. But there is a post show afterwards for those who are watching us live. Mel,
cheers. Cheers. It's been wonderful.
Excellent. And John?
Cheers. And once again, Merry Christmas to all of you.
Martin?
Tommy.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for those of you who did come into the room and are watching us online, live. Sorry, and thank you to everyone on the panel. You know, the usual guy, usual TNT crew, been spending Christmas. So
and Tommy.
Merry Christmas and happy birthday, Jesus, and I enjoy this every time. I hope everyone has a safe New Year.
Amen.
Amen to that. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for coming along this evening, and thank you everybody who's watched us live or in people in the chat room as well. Merry Christmas. We will be here for a bit after the show, so do stick around. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the new year, I guess now, isn't it? I think it's going to be January the 2nd, the next show, isn't it? So hope you have a good New Year's Eve and a good New Year's Day, and we'll see you in the new year. Until then, cheerio for now.